Here are all the new balance changes, new skin prices and new emote prices coming in update 6 of Clash Mini. Royal Champion is getting 3 major changes. First, her range is increased from 3 tiles to 4 tiles, which is a big change because it not only increases her normal attack range but also the super bounce range. And so after the update, you will be able to connect the bounces more often. The second change is that the third upgrade of her first ability is gonna get a buff from +1 damage to +2 damage. So now when this is maxed, you are gonna deal 6 damage instead of 5 damage, which is gonna trigger resets more often. The third change is that when her third ability is maxed, she is only gonna get +4 energy from the Boast, but she will provide +2 energy to all the allies present in the board, and so you can place your minis more freely. Wave Master is getting a 1 HP nerf from 14 HP down to 13 HP. His third ability is also being reworked from giving 4 shield for 4 seconds. Now he gives 2 energy over 4 seconds. The first upgrade increases the amount of energy given to 4. The second and third upgrade reduces their duration by 1 second. So when maxed, you're gonna get 4 energy over 2 seconds instead of the 4 shield for 4 seconds. This is really good for minis like the Swordsman. Shield Maiden is also getting a rework. Now when she receives 0 damage because of her clash ability or the super, she is still gonna get energy, which is a huge buff. And so to compensate for this change, her third ability is getting a nerf, so when she is healed or stunned, she is gonna receive 1 less energy. Barbarian King is getting a slight nerf to his hit speed from 0.75 to 0.7 hits per second, and this is not a huge nerf, but it is gonna impact his DPS and also increase the time for getting his supers off. The Knight is getting a huge rework. The Knight's taunt duration is reduced by 1 second from 3 seconds to 2 seconds, and to compensate for this change, his taunt area is now 5 tiles wide instead of being 3 tiles wide. His first upgrade is also changed. Now when he taunts an enemy, he is gonna get 4 shield for 8 seconds, and this shield can stack up, and his second upgrade now increases the taunt area for 7 tiles wide. The guard is getting a 14% buff to his HP from 7 to 8. So yeah, that's not a big buff, but yeah, Clash Mini team hasn't forgotten that the guard exists. The archer is getting a bug fix as well as a buff. The bug was that her attack speed was stacking up unexpectedly, and the buff is that now her third ability can stack up. Barbarian's base ability now stacks up to 15 times instead of stacking up to 10 times, and now he has a new first ability. This ability is called Rampage, and this ability gives him 6 HP over 3 seconds when he falls below 50% HP. The Miner is getting an 11% buff to his hit speed from 0.45 to 0.5. This is gonna increase his DPS by a bit and also increase the amount of energy he dissipates. Lumberjack's new second upgrade makes his rage potion 7 tiles wide, and now his third ability is the clash ability, and yeah, his berserk ability is now being deleted. Golden Giant's base ability is now a super ability which allows him to stun himself and his enemy for 2 seconds, and the energy cost is 7. The first upgrade makes him so that he gains 6 HP over 3 seconds when being stunned. The Valkyrie is getting a 50% buff to her HP per upgrade. Now she gains 3 HP per upgrade instead of 2. This is a big buff because when she's 3 star, she is now gonna have 21 HP instead of the 18 HP she used to have. Healing Ranger is getting a small nerf to the radius of her healing sphere. That's not gonna impact her a lot, but it's gonna impact the placement of where you place the Healing Ranger. The Bowler is getting a slight buff. Now he doesn't target towards the gizmo with his base ability. So yeah, those who were cheesing the Bowler, now they can't cheese him anymore. Mega Knight's third ability is getting a buff. Now when being hit, he is gonna gain 2 energy, but while being critically hit, he is gonna gain 4 energy. So critical hits like P.E.K.K.A. and the mini P.E.K.K.A. is gonna charge his super a lot. Magic Archer is getting a new third upgrade. This upgrade allows him to deal +1 damage when the target is below 50% HP, and it only deals bonus damage to the first mini and not the pierced ones. Prince's second upgrade allows him to deal double damage and also not being stunned after using the clash ability. So yeah, that's a big change, and you can honestly synergize him with the Barbarian to deal 3 damage, and when doubled it's gonna deal 6 damage, which is really insane, and it is gonna wreck the backline. The Battle Healer is getting a 20% nerf to the duration of her block ability from 2.5 seconds to 2 seconds. King Tower now deals increased damage to the gizmos. I know this sounds crazy, but King Tower has one of the lowest win rates among all the gizmos according to the stats, and so he got this buff. The Training Camp now gives +1 damage every 7 seconds instead of 8 seconds, and this is a huge change because at the end of the round, you're gonna have +4 damage instead of having +3 damage. The Saint Mirror got 1 HP buff from 14 to 15, allowing it to reflect 1 extra damage. The potter's HP of the hot pot is being reduced by 1 from 17 HP to 16 HP. It's not a huge change, but it is gonna impact a lot since the potter also counts in the sudden death.
The journey